Hey guys, welcome to Operation Crypto. Today we're going to take a quick look over reserve rights. We've not touched it for around 10 days now, and it's definitely due a bit of an update to see what's been going on in terms of price action. On the bigger picture, on the grander scheme of things, if we just take a look at BTC, which has had a nice breakout. We've had a breakout of that downtrend that we was in from pretty much at all-time highs. We hit 69k, rejected all the way down, and then we hit this upper trend line here, which is that overall uptrend, which we have broken out on now, which is looking quite good. Just looking at this down on the hourly time frame, we are starting to get a nice push up now, back above that 42k region, and we are up to here now at 43k, 44k. If we're managing to close and stay above here on the daily time frame, then I think there's a good chance that we're going to push up to 45k within the next couple of days. If that being said, RSI itself will start to perform well, and look at that from the lows there at 1.7 cent. We have pushed up and we're closing on 1.9 cent. But let's start off on the weekly time frame and look what's going on here. We'll have a bit of a zoom out and see what's going on. Like most other altcoins, we are downtrending, and you can't get away from that. We've had the highs up here at 11 cent. Rejection on this wick here. I mean, it is a downtrend, but it's not a confirmed downtrend really. When you're looking for trend lines, in reality, you need at least 3 to 4 touches. This is a downtrend because you can see obviously the price is dropping down, but it's not a technical downtrend. So looking at that, what we need to do is identify some levels below where we could potentially target. We'll go into a daily time frame. Just before that, looking at RSI, it's around 38 on the weekly time frame, so there's plenty of room above us to start pushing up. The previous video, I would have said if you're looking for buys, to ladder them in here at 0.164 down to 0.146, and I don't think we quite made it, did we, last time I did a video? Potentially if it was back here, we may have got a few wicks in around here, but all these candles here, they've just been dropping short of that weekly support, haven't they? They've been bouncing off around this region. I mean, we've had a few down to 1.67, so maybe if you rounded up a little to 1.7, you probably would have got some orders filled. So RSI pushing up towards middle ground. We've got plenty of room above to start pushing. But also remember, if Bitcoin does shake us out again, there's still plenty of room to drop under the pressure. I want to put the moving averages on here. I use a 50 and a 20. And we've had not much action on the EMAs for quite a while now. We've had a bearish cross in December. Most altcoins had their bearish cross probably late November, early December, and that's no difference here. We did drop. We had a hell of a drop, and then we pushed back up, and then it's just been sideways chop ever since, and we have again continued to push down. I'm expecting at some stage is to get back above this 20 here. If we do manage to flip that 20, then you're going to obviously look to target this 2.2 region, that EMA 50, and once we get back above that, you will see bullish price action. One of my rules I always stick to is never long when we are below the 50, or never short when we are above it. So right now is a good time for shorting, but we just need to hopefully wait for some bullish price action to return to us. What I want to do next is have a look for some buys. So we'll have a look at some areas we could potentially look to load up if we do get a pullback. We've obviously got this level down here at 1.64 cent is still a possibility, so if you're looking to load up, keep some there. But looking at the RSI, the hourly time frame, we're pushing up towards that oversold territory. And if we look at this in terms of Fibonacci's from the bottom of the move to the top, I think if you're looking for some buys, one thing to note, we've had a bullish cross there. I think there's a good chance we will retest these moving averages, so that would tie nicely with some buys around here on that 382 level. So if you're looking for some buys, what I would do is ladder them in from 0.0183 all the way down to 0.0164. There's a good chance we're not going to get orders filled down here, but you never know. Like I say, if the market does have a shakeout, then ultimately that will lead the rest of the market to follow. What I'm looking for really though is a drop down here to retest this moving average 50, which we've not done yet. Whenever you break above it in a crossover here, what you need to do is then push up, retest to 50. That shows us that we are in an uptrend, and then it will continue. And that ties in nicely with a tap on that 382 level. So I'm looking for a drop to this 50, which is close to that 382 levels at 1.83 cent. And then I'm looking for a push up and hopefully we'll go on and target that 2 cent area, which is probably a nice psychological area where you're looking to buy. So areas to buy, 1.83 cent all the way down to 1.64 cent. Then if we're looking for some sells, we need to look at levels of resistance. I mean, you can use these Fibonacci extensions. I've got 1.9 cent and 2 cent on my nose. Those are two good levels which you could look to target. Whether you're looking to accumulate or even if you're just looking to sell and think, stuff this, I'm taking some profit. Really, if we're taking profit, it needs to go to a 4 hour. And obviously you can see there's a clear area of resistance here which will mark up. I'm just going to box it off. There's quite a lot of wicks within that area. So if you're looking to take support, sorry, I should say profit, then at around 2 cent all the way up to 2.1 cent. I think sell orders within that area could be a good area for you to potentially either offload some profit or use as an accumulation point. Because when we do hit these levels of resistance, for example, if we push up here, we will reject. It's always a possibility where we reject. We'll probably come back, retest the top of this 618 negative level, and then hopefully second time round, we'll flip it to support and then push on. So that's levels to buy, levels to sell, and all in all, I'm starting to feel a little bit bullish across the board. I know I've got long-term bullish feelings, and over the last few months, it has been a little bit bearish. The price has just been rejecting since November, December, and you can tell because sentiment across the market is low, engagement's low, views are low, everything's low, and that just shows that there's not much price action. I think at some stage we'll get an absolute monster candle on Bitcoin, which in turn will pull the rest of the altcoins up it, and hopefully we'll start to see some people coming back, which in turn bring volumes back, which in turn brings price action back. So fingers crossed. I think if you're looking at this asset now, because fundamentally it's still strong, if you're loading up at these prices here with mainnet and staking incoming in the next few months, I believe, I think you'll be looking back at this in a couple of years and thinking, wow, that was an opportunity that I should have taken if you didn't already. So that's that pair covered. I just want to have a look at the BTC pairing before we wrap this video up and look at these candles. They look a bit fucked, don't they? That's because there's not much volume. Back in the day, back in 2000 and, well, before my time in crypto, all the way up to around 2018, a lot of assets were traded against Bitcoin. That's all you could have. Tether wasn't around. And that's why you get these dodgy candles, which it does show that there's a clear lack of volume. So strange looking candles, but price action is still manageable and still able to look out and see what you can get. Just going on to the weekly time frame, I've got some levels marked. I've got one level marked up actually, and it's this massive level of support down here at 27 sats. We're currently at 43 satoshis. If Bitcoin does go on a rally and starts regaining market dominance, altcoins will start to flush out, and that is an area, if you're looking to buy RSR with Bitcoin, look at 27 satoshis. I think there's a good chance we are trading below the moving averages, and I think we are going to start dropping, and I think that could be a good area to potentially buy. And also it could be a great area to long if you're looking to long some Bitcoin on altcoin positions. I think there will be a tasty buy level to potentially target that moving average there and get back above those moving averages and target that wick. Probably a tight stop loss somewhere around there, probably 5 to 6%, but that's up to you if you are into trading. We need to, for any bullish price action again, get back above that 50. Once we get back above 77 sats, I think you'll really start to see some good price increase. But that's it. That's my thoughts on RSR today. I'm a bag holder of RSR. Been holding it for probably about 18 months now, potentially, and didn't manage to sell on the way up. I thought better things were going to happen, but that's the market you live in, and for me, it's a long-term investment, and do not get shaken out. I think it's a great asset, and long term, I think there will be laughing. So that's going to do it for today. If you're new to this channel, please make sure that you are subscribed. Hit that like button, and I'll catch you next time.